Good morning, everyone. Today is August the 4th. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. Hood is an acronym, HOOD, that stands for Hope Offered on Demand. I'm daily creating content, so within a year, we will have content for every day of the Just for Today in a meditation, as well as the spiritual principle a day in a meditation. Right now, however, I'm going to do your Just for Today in a meditation for August 4th. Now, if you would like to reach out to me, I'm looking for individuals that I could either do the podcast with and or interview. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. And in the subject field, please type interested in interview or just write interview. Okay. I look forward to hearing from you again at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and get right into this meditation for today. Ooh, this one looks deep. August 4th. When is a secret not a secret? Addicts tend to live secret lives. It is a great relief to get rid of all our secrets and to share the burden of our past. Basic text, page 33. We've heard it said that we are sick as our secrets. What do we keep secret and why? We keep secret those things that cause us shame. We may hold on to such things because we don't want to surrender them. Yet, if they're causing us shame, wouldn't we live more easily with ourselves if we were rid of them? Some of us hold on to the things that cause us shame for another reason. It's not that we don't want to be rid of them. We just don't believe we can be rid of them. They've plagued us for so long, and we've tried so many times to rid ourselves of them, and we've stopped hoping for relief. Yet still they shame us, and still we keep them secret. We need to remember who we are, recovering addicts. We who tried so long to keep our drug use a secret have found freedom from the obsession and compulsion to use. Though many of us enjoyed using right to the end, we sought recovery anyway. We just couldn't stand the toll our using was taking on us. When we admitted our powerlessness and sought help from others, the burden of our secret was lifted from us. The same principle applies to whatever secrets may burden us. Yes, we're as sick as our secrets. Only when our secrets stop being secret can we begin to find relief from those things that cause us shame. Just for today, my secrets can make me sick only as long as they stay secret. Today, I will talk with my sponsor about my secrets. I like that. But my first thought, honestly, sponsees, don't call me today. I'm busy. That was my first thought. Don't call me today with your secrets. Excuse me, I'm busy. That's interesting. So yeah, when is a secret not a secret? A secret is no longer a secret when you stop letting it be a secret. I mean, point blank, period. When you stop letting a secret be a secret, it's no longer a secret. Now, what's the benefit of telling on yourself, right? Right? What is the benefit of that? Because honesty is the antidote to our disease thinking. So when I finally say the thing that I thought was such a secret, or maybe it was, depending on what type of secret, I need to cough. Hold on. So when I tell that secret, it loses its power over me. Now, here's the thing. Be careful. Here's the thing. Because I learned that when I do my fourth step with my sponsor and I'm doing my fifth step, right? I learned that even though my sponsor is someone that I claim that I trust, I learned that telling my secrets to another person, somehow it felt good, right? Watching their non-judgmental response or hearing their beautiful responses. That all felt good and it feels relieving, right? However, there's this after, the day after type thing. And you're still so vulnerable and shaky from having exposed yourself that sometimes I found, not all the time, but a couple of times I found that the shame or embarrassment is a better word. I felt embarrassed afterwards, right? So I just want to caution you there because it can have power over you even in the goodness of your bearing your secrets if you don't expose that. So the next conversation is like, man, I just can't believe I told somebody that. What like that's embarrassing. I shared that with someone. Someone knows this about me now. Okay. It takes trust to share that kind of information, but after you share it, your mind could start playing tricks on you and telling you that that was wrong or you shouldn't have done that. It's kind of like the day after you have a one night stand, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know that person, right? You kind of go in your head like, oh my goodness, what in the world? I hope I'll never see them again, right? I'm talking about using behavior. Hopefully, you're not in recovery and still having one night stands and, hopefully you're not doing that. But if you are, the answer, the solution is still in the steps, right? The freedom is still in the steps. So today, what are we going to work on? What are we going to work on? Right? When we surrender to the program of Narcotics Anonymous, the disease of addiction lost its power. Okay? It lost its foothold on us. And that's something that we should celebrate. But it is also something that we need to maintain. Okay? So, in the spirit of your initial surrender, we need to surrender again, right? And move forward in the things that we used about, the secrets that we used about. We need to look at those and we need to be cognitive that I put down the drug, right? But the disease of addiction, the drug was just a symptom. So now what did we use about? And that would be a good indicator as to what you need to be focusing on within recovery with a sponsor, right? Some people want to go it alone and then they back themselves up into a corner they can't get out of emotionally clean and wonder why they feel bogged down with this burden of shame and guilt. Because you put down the drug and you're trying to convince yourself that you might be able to get using drugs right. But in the meantime, you have no intention of giving up the lifestyle. It's counterproductive. Now, I'm not saying go use anyway. I mean, if you're still living the lifestyle, I'm definitely not saying pick up the drug because imagine if living a lifestyle has you feeling this bad and you're clean, can you imagine what's going to happen if you pick up? One, you'll never be able to get high because now you have NA in your system. So you will always be chasing one more. Always. I've heard stories of people that would be using in dope houses and crying the whole time through because they were miserable and they knew that there was a better way to live. So what are we going to do today? Today. I trust me now. I don't know if you want to go all the way with me on this one or not. Today, there is one secret that is above all other secrets, right? Everybody got that one thing that's above all. Don't tell me here, right? I guess you could email it to me, but just work with me on this one. What is the one secret I want you to get a piece of paper, not a big piece of paper. Just want you to get one piece of paper and write down, my one secret is. Now, this is the secret above all secrets. I don't want you to write a lot of words. I don't want you to put your name on it. I don't want you to do anything. I want you to write it down on a piece of paper and say, my one secret is. And then I want you to put it down, whatever it is. And then I want you to take a picture of it. Okay? I want you to take a picture of it. Right? Hopefully you have someone that is your sponsor or a very, very, very close friend. I want you to get a hold of them. And I want you to say, hey, I know that you love me and I love you. Thank you for your friendship, right? I have a serious secret that has been eating me up for years. And I just want to see if this lady on YouTube is right. I want to let someone else know what it is. I'm not really quite ready to, you could say, if it's not your sponsor, I'm not quite ready to just share that with my sponsor or my therapist or my husband or whoever, but I trust you. And I'm going to send you a picture of my secret and send it. And if they say it's okay, get permission, right? And all I want you to do is to read it and then text me back. You are free from your secret. You are free from your secret. And then I want you to get rid of the picture. Okay? Now you got to have somebody that's on your team to do that with. You're going to reach out to your best friend or your sponsor, whoever. You know what? I know that you love me and I love you. And I've been holding this one secret for a long time. And I really want to see if this lady on YouTube is right or not. I want to share it with one person that I trust and see if I have what type of feeling I experience. Do I feel free or do I feel embarrassed? I want to know how I'm going to respond to actually exposing the secret. I'm looking forward to being free, right? But when I send it to you, all I need you to do is send back the words, you are free from your secret, and then get rid of the picture. Okay? Now, send that picture. And then after they read it, they're going to text you back, you are free from your secret. When they send you the words, you are free from your secret, I want you to take that piece of paper you wrote that on, and I want you to set fire to it. Outdoors, on the sidewalk, in your driveway, right? I want you to light that on fire. Or you can hold it, light it on fire, and then drop it in the sink and put it down the drain, right? I want for you, as soon as they type, you are free from your secret, I want you to burn that secret. Now, I'm not saying it won't ever come up. I'm not saying that you won't necessarily have some feeling of embarrassment, but I am saying that it is no longer a secret. It is truly no longer a secret that you are keeping, and you should be able to start experiencing some freedom as a result of that action. Again, when is a secret not a secret? When you tell it. When you tell it, it is a great relief to get rid of our secrets and to share the burden of our past. Find that one person that loves you enough to let you do that and get back at me. Let me know how that works for you today. My name is Mighty Stream, and I will be talking to you tomorrow.